Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are turning our attention to London,
Mm-hmm.
specifically to its super prime property market here in 2026.
The very top of the top.
Exactly. And usually, when we talk about this world ultra-luxury real estate, you expect a lot of drama, frenzied bidding, maybe a crash.
Something extreme.
Right. But we've got this fascinating analysis from the legal firm Broadfield, with insights from a partner, Claire Hastie, that suggests the reality is, well, something else entirely.
It really is, and it's almost counterintuitive. After what the source calls years of uncertainty, you'd expect either a huge boom all that pent-up demand being released or a total retreat.
A complete withdrawal.
Yeah. But what Broadfield is describing for 2026 is a market with a steadier stride. It's calm, which in this high-stakes world is actually pretty shocking.
That phrase, steadier stride, I think that really nails it. It's not dead, there's still movement.
Oh, absolutely. The appetite is still strong.
But that frantic energy is just gone. The analysis says the behavior has shifted from hurry to hesitation. Or maybe deliberation is a better word.
Deliberation is the perfect word.
Yeah.
And Claire Hastie, the expert we mentioned, she frames 2026 as a period of adjustment rather than retreat.
Okay, that's a key distinction. Let's unpack that.
While retreat would mean buyers are fleeing London, putting their money elsewhere.
Right.
Adjustment just means they're still in the game, but they're playing by a new set of rules. Speed isn't the most important thing anymore.
So if they aren't rushing, what are they doing?
They're taking their time.
The report says this is not a market in a hurry. It's such a change from what we've seen. For years, it was about buying fast before it was gone.
And now they're being, quote, far more selective. That selectivity is driving everything else.
Which leads to due diligence. Right?
Exactly. It's the biggest shift. In a hot market, you might. You might skip over a few details because you're scared of losing the property.
You cut corners to get the deal done.
You do. But in 2026, buyers are using time to their advantage. They're spending much, much longer on the details, not because they can't decide, but because they can. The power has shifted.
And it's not just checking for, legal problems or issues with the building itself.
No, it's deeper than that.
The source really emphasizes that buyers are looking for properties that genuinely justify their price points.
Mm-hmm. That's the core of it. It suggests that the premium you'd pay for just a trophy asset is shrinking.
So it's no longer enough to just have a famous address.
Yeah.
The value has to be, provable.
It's a return to fundamentals, really. When Hastie calls the market tone measured, she's describing a rational market. Buyers are demanding proof of value. If a property doesn't tick every single box, location, quality, history, it's just not going to sell at an inflated price.
They're too savvy to overpay.
And too patient. The FOMO, the fear of missing out, seems to have just vanished from this tier of the market.
It's so interesting to see the buyers with the most money being the most disciplined.
It really flips the stereotype on its head, doesn't it? We think of them as being detached from value, but this shows they're scrutinizing every single detail, stress testing every price.
So to wrap up, we're looking at a market that hasn't stopped, but it has definitely slowed down to think. It's a story about caution.
And incredible diligence.
Yeah, and it leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. If the buyers with the deepest pockets, the ones who would, afford to make a mistake, are the ones slowing down to check everything twice and demand a reason for every dollar.
What does that signal for the rest of us?
Exactly. What does that say about how important due diligence is for everyone at every level of the market?
It suggests that in 2026, patience isn't just a virtue. It might be the smartest investment strategy there is.
Something to think about. That's all for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.